So what do you think about when I say modded Terraria? That's right, the waifu Calamity Mod, I hope. Now what do you think about when I say Calamity Mod? Waifu Calamity Mod, the Wrath of Gods add-on, you degenerates. Now I've actually already played the Wrath of Gods mod on my channel over a year ago, but since that video has dropped, it has a major update. So now we have things like new lore, a couple of new bosses, and a new NPC called Solin. And I've also added some other mods like the Wrath of the Machines, which revamps the XMX boss fight, Hunt of the Old God, which adds a new god called Guzma, and I added the Calamity Entropy mod, which adds a couple of new bosses. Like I do with all my modded Terraria playthroughs, I'll put the mods I used in the description. And don't forget to subscribe and like once you're done with this video, okay? Good. So the first thing I did was, I made my character, made my world settings, and named my world. Then as soon as I spawned in, I was messing about with the difficulty UI since that was new to me, and I put it on the Vengeance mode. I then did what every Minecraft player does when they spawn in a world, and that's cut down trees and go mining for some loot, like getting some accessories, life crystals, and a bunch of ores. Now in Calamity, there are a bunch of shrines that appear in your world, typically one per biome, and in these shrine areas, there are interesting loot. Like in the mushroom biome, there's an accessory called the fungal symbiote, which allows you to grow mushrooms right beneath me, and if I consume those mushrooms, I get a mushy buff, which I can get 5 defense, 10% increase in damage, and an increase in life regen. Also, there's like a gazillion shine potions. I then went back to the surface, made 2 insta houses for the guide and the merchant to procreate, made my ores into bars, got a new weapon, upgraded my tools, and I made some wooden armor. I then went to get some more wood, and I got a hapu fruit, which turns me to a 3 to a 9. I then built an area for my gem corns to grow. I then explored the left side of my world, and found a surface shrine and got me a trinket of chi, which increases my damage reduction by 8 if I'm not taking any damage for 10 seconds, and increasing life regen for me and my friends. But I don't have any friends with me. I then went back into the caves to get some more ores and life crystals, and I found myself a biocenter lab and got myself an onyx excavator key. I then made some Hermes boots by using 10 silk and 5 swiftness potions to craft them. I then grabbed all the potions I had to fight the Desert Scourge, but before I did that, I drank a gravitational potion to go to the Sky Islands to hopefully get some better loot, and got an enchanted sword, which is very nice, and landed very safely. I then made a platinum chest piece and leggings and fought the Desert Scourge. Once I was done with that, I tried to make the magic storage components, but I couldn't since I didn't have enough emeralds, and also the goblin army spawned in. So I then fought the goblin invasion. Is what I would have said if the invasion actually spawned in. I have no idea what's causing this bug, but for some reason when an invasion happens, no enemies spawn in. In fact, I went mining to get some more emeralds for my magic storage, and when I came back to the surface, there was still no enemies. I then got impatient and fought the Eye of Cthulhu. Once the Eye of Cthulhu was defeated, I got the Shield of Cthulhu, which was really nice, and I was also annoyed since the goblins weren't spawning. So I left and reloaded the world, and boom, the goblin army spawned in. So once that was over, I grabbed the materials to make the King Slime summon, headed over to the Crimson biome and crafted the Slime Crown. I then went back to the Desert biome and fought the King Slime. After I beat the King Slime, I used the Hunter Potion and tried to find the Bound Goblin so I could purchase the Rocket Boot and the Tinker's Workshop. Ooh, he just spawned. I then made the Spectre Boot and grabbed some potions and headed over to the Sunken Sea and fought the Giant Clam. Okay. An attack! Should probably get some oxygen. Oh, wait. Not cool. Oh, this is a bag of piss. There you go. Ooh, my health. And my oxygen. Once that was done, I made a couple of weapons like the Sea Shine Sword and the Storm Surge, which I really like since it can shoot through walls and doesn't consume ammo. I then made a Crabulon spawning item and grabbed some potions to fight Crabulon, but first I made an arena for it. After I beat Crabulon, I actually fought it multiple times because I wanted to get the range weapon called the Fungicide. Ah, there it is. Once that was done, I went over to the Underground Jungle biome and gathered the materials to make the Belladonna Spirit Staff, the Axe of Regrowth, and the Anklet of the Wind, and then upgraded my Spectre Boots to the Lightning Boots. After I got my upgrades, I decided to go to the Crimson biome and fought the Brain of Cthulhu, but this boss actually got revamped, so it did take me up by surprise, but I did beat it. Oh my god, what is happening? Oh my god, I have not seen this before. I am scared. Damn, that's scary. Oh my. Can I? Can I please move? Oh, can you not? Oh. Oh! Why is it so fast? 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 I am scared. Puppy, help! God, what do I do? I've got literally confusion. Oh my god. That was something else. Then with the loot that the Brain of Cthulhu dropped, I made the Crimson Armor set and the pickaxe. I then farmed a couple of King Slimes to get a Crown Jewel accessory. So let's just fight the King Slime. Let's try. Boom. Nope. And boom. Oh, I didn't get it. And boom. What? You do drop it, right? Yeah. Then drop it. Oh, not my NPCs, you dork. What? Wait, can I make it with... Oh, I can't make it with that. Oh, never mind. I got it anyway. Oh, and I got stress plus as well. That's good. Once I got that, I then went fishing in the snow biome to get snow crates, then used those to make the ice boomerang, and then into the trimarang. After that was done, I wanted to go to hell and get some hellstone ore, but since I'm a lazy bastard, I just made an instavator, which instantly makes me a elevator. And used an obsidian skin potion and mined a bunch of hellstone ore. I then made those ores into hellstone bars and replaced the crimson armor set. Bear in mind, I made the armor set no longer than 20 minutes ago to the molten armor set and made the molten pickaxe. I then grabbed some potions and then made an arena off camera to fight the perforators and fought again to get the range weapon. Okay, let's buff and summon, and then we'll do that. I then did a bit of reforging on my weapons and headed over to my dungeon and made an arena for Skeletron. And I actually raw dogged it without any potions and a condom. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. My. Hello. I failed. Soul in. Okay. I'll just leave you be then. After I defeated Skeletron, I headed into the dungeon. I got the Cobalt Shield, the Bewitching Station, Bones, water candles, and the handgun. So once I got what I needed, I could start fighting the Wall of Flesh, but I'm actually going to build an AFK money farm right now because 1, I need to reforge all my accessories to menacing, and 2, building it in late pre-hard mode will be a lot easier than early hard mode, since in early hard mode, not only do the enemies want to kill me, but they also want my caked up cheeks for their pleasure, which I will not tolerate. So I'm building it now. So now I've made the AFK money farm and it has generated me a lot of money, but for some reason the salamanders will clip through the floor and fall into the lava pit. But I've done this on my personal world and that doesn't have a problem, so I know it isn't a design flaw. So I have no idea what's happened there. I did gather all the materials to make the skyline wings, but I forgot to press record on my OBS, so yeah, deal with it. I then wanted to fight the slime god, so I used the insta bridge and lit the area up. I guess I'll just do it here. And then over here. Look, what's this? The magna cannon. Granite, meteorite, diamond, sapphire. If I do that, then I'm pretty sure I can just craft it. No, what is that? Oh, meteorite. Okay, now, yeah, the magna cannon. 20 range damage, 4% crit chance, very slow speed, very weak knockback, charge up a rapid fire burst of crystal bolts. Charging for longer increases the number of bolts fired. Fully charged shots fire even an even longer and more rapid burst. Yes, please. So, oh god. Where's the dummy? Dummy? I'm not an idiot, am I? Look, I'm typing this. Oh, there it is. I am an idiot. Let's place you here. So this is about 85 to, okay, 70 to 85. This. Holy guacamole. I'm going to keep this one because it goes for walls and that's kind of useful. Obtained from sandstone chest from the underground desert shrine. I could try. The thing is, I don't know which shrine or which desert could be in. I assume it's like the underground one. Okay, let's get ourselves a couple of splunker. We got a couple shine, a couple mining. Ooh, found it. First, let me open this, and then now, if I can get up, I have Luxor's gift and a comb. So now this. So it does an extra like 50 damage, which is quite useful. I then bought a bunch of potions and fought the slime god. So the last boss I needed to defeat in pre-hard mode was the Wall of Flesh. So I made 2 instant bridges, I went down to hell and used them. Here. Okay, let's do this. And do that. I then made a bad decision and decided to make the Terrace Block boots instead of keeping my menacing Frost Block boots. So now I have to AFK some more money so I can get my menacing on my boots. So after 40 minutes of waiting and reforging, I bought some potions and fought the Wall of Flesh, which will be the end of pre-hard mode. Okay, so let's go to you. Let's buff up. We'll summon all our things. We'll get rid of these platforms and then summon you. sunken sea trembles. Cobalt and palladium. Each when the lion dark has been released. A star has fallen from the heavens. Oh, sorcerer. Okay, so use that. Once they entered hard mode, I destroyed some altars to get them Souls of Night, since in Calamity, you get the better hard mode ores by defeating the mechanical bosses. I then went back to Hell and fought the Wall of Flesh again so I can get the Ranger emblem. After I got that, I went to my AFK money farm for some quick accessories that will help me, like the magic quiver, the cross necklace, the star cloak, and the philosopher's stone. Also in Calamity, there's an enemy called the Earth Elemental, which once killed drops me the slag magnum, which is really nice. I then farmed some Souls of Flight from the Wyvern and a giant harpy feather so I could make it into the harpy wings, but I forgot I don't have any mythal or orichalcum ore, so I just to make angel wings. I then went mining for both cobalt and palladium ore, since those spawn straight after the Wall of Flesh is defeated. I then made the palladium ranger armor set and the pickaxe. And they also made the dust carver from the Calamity Entropy mod, which is amazingly overpowered. I then went AFK in my money farm again for those 3 mechanical boss spawners, and once I got those I fought the pirate invasion. After done that, I then grabbed some potions and fought the Queen Slime for the Crystal Assassin armor set. After I got the armor set, I used the dust carver's summon things and grabbed a golden rock, which will increase its damage bonus depending on the amount of enemies I've killed. So I wanted to maximize on the damage bonus, so I went to my money farm and killed a bunch of enemies and maxed out the accessory. After I maxed out the golden rock, I got some potions and fought cryogen. After I beat cryogen, I got the summoner weapon and felt my inner Genghis Khan genes rising and fought the twins and Skeletron Prime on the same night. I then finally started spreading my NPCs out for the pylons because I just got annoyed at having to fly around for a long time. I then saw this item called the Ultimate Battler, which spawns an insane amount of enemies, like even more than the Zerg potions. Like to the point where my PC would actually slow down when I activated the Ultimate Battler. And the reason why I made this item is because in order to spawn the Aquatic Scourge, I would need 5 shark fins. And I do not want to be waiting around for that. So I got my shark fins, made the Aquatic Scourge summoning item, bought some more potions, then fought the Aquatic Scourge. Okay, so at this moment in time, I did a lot of research on the Calamity Entropy mod, which basically means I just ChatGPT'd it, since I found a lot of bookmarks I dropped from bosses, but I didn't know how to use them. But then ChatGPT says they're basically a sub-mage class, which didn't help me one bit since I am a ranger. But even if I was a mage, I still wouldn't use it since apparently the Entropy mod weapons are really overpowered according to Reddit, and also my experiences. So from now on, I won't fight any bosses with any Entropy weapons. That rule only applies to bosses, by the way, not regular enemies or events, since I really like the homing of the Dust Carver. And it kills everything very fast, so I did not want to waste a lot of my time. So to replace the Dust Carver with something that's in the base Calamity mod, is the Flarewing Bow, which I need the Hellwing Bow, so I teleported to Hell and got it. Another one. Yay! Essence of Sunlight, Obsidian, and also Living Fire blocks, which I used the Ultimate Battler to get the Living Fire blocks within like 2 minutes. Wow. Okay. While I was getting those blocks, I then managed to get the Fire Feather, which drops from the Red Devils, and headed over to the Underground Hollow to get the Mithril and Orichalcum ores, and managed to get the Rod of Discord. Oh my days, I got a Rod of Discord. That's quite insane. Once I got back home, I made the Flame Wings, or small potions, and fought the first boss on the Entropy mod, Luminance. Okay. I did nothing. Okay, this is hard. Oh my days, okay. Okay, after a few attempts, since this is a new boss to me, so I needed to get used to it, but I did manage to beat it. So from the Luminaris loot bag, I got the Luminaire bow, which is amazing since every arrow homes onto the enemies, but once again I'll only use this bow for enemies and crowd control and not bosses. And then straight after I fought the Destroyer, and the Destroyer destroyed about 70% of my NPCs. I then made the Drax, since I've now defeated the third boss from the Calamity bosses, and now I have access to hallowed bars. Then the next day I made small NPC houses in the snow and in the desert biome for the pylons and fought the Aquatic Scourge. I did fight it many times since it can drop a weapon called the Sea Searing, but the solar eclipse happened, so I went back home and once again used the Ultimate Battler and farmed its enemies. Once that was done, I just kept purchasing the Aquatic Scourge loot bag since I definitely have the cash for it and wanted to save some time. Nope, I'm gonna just sell these. Look, I'm not tripping, mate. It does sell it. 10%. This one? No. So, this one? No. This one? No. This one? No. I do already have it, right? No, I don't. This one? No. This one? No. This one? No. I'm losing my platinum. Got it. I then went to the Brimstone Crag and fought a Calamity Entropy pre-hardmode boss, which is a shame since aesthetically it was so good and the boss's attacks would be so good for pre-hard mode, but yeah, I did beat in like 20 seconds. And then, after I got the materials for the Brimstone Elemental spawning item, I made the Brimstone Fury, the Angel Treads, and farmed a bunch of enemies for the Ankh Shield. Boom! The spectacles, right? Yeah, the shades. And then I can make the Ankh Charm, then the Ankh Shield. I then went to the Underground Jungle and got a lot of life fruit and chlorophyte ores and made the chlorophyte Ranger set. After I made that, I fought the Brimstone Elemental. I then fought a couple more times so I can get the Hellborn, but I also got the Maw of the Void, which is a Calamity Entropy accessory, which I will be using. I eventually got the Hellborn and also got another Entropy summon weapon called the Evil Friend. I then fought the Calamitous Clone. So that'll be it for this video of the Calamity Wrath of Gods mod. So in the next episode, it'll be the rest of the hard mode bosses and post Moon Lord bosses. So subscribe to my channel so you won't miss it once I upload it. See ya.